guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie Gooch if you're new, and if you're new, welcome. We are so happy to have you. So today I'm going to be meal prepping for our family of, well, there's 4 of us, but 1 is a baby, so he doesn't count. So this is a meal prep for a family of 3, 2 adults and a toddler. Today we're gonna be meal prepping some breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, and desserts. Lots of good stuff. All of it's gonna be really healthy, but easy at the same time. So let's get started. For the breakfast burritos, I don't really have a recipe. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it and wing it. I decided not to put tomatoes in it. I'm just gonna do bell pepper, onion, garlic, and eggs. That's all that Andrew wanted. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is go ahead and prep my veggies, chop some bell pepper, chop up the onion, and chop up the garlic. This is all of the veggies pretty much cooked down. And now I'm going to add in the eggs. And I'm gonna mix this around until the eggs are all cooked. So the last thing that I'm gonna do for the burritos is just assemble them. So the first thing that I'm gonna make is a baked oatmeal, and this is gonna be for Emerson and Angie's probably not gonna eat this, but Emmy and I will eat this, and it's just gonna be really easy to reheat each morning, and it's really tasty. So here are the ingredients that I have. So the first thing that I have is 2/3 cup of roughly chopped walnuts that I toasted in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then this is 2 cups of old-fashioned oats, 1 3/4 cup of almond milk, but cow's milk also works, whatever milk you want to use. This is 1½ teaspoons of coconut oil. This is 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup. Honey also works. Then I have some spices. This is 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. We have 2 eggs, 2½ cups of blueberries. You can use whatever berries you want, but I used blueberries, and they're also still frozen, which you can do. This is for later. That's the coconut oil. And then this is vanilla extract. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of that. And then I'll measure out 2 teaspoons of coconut sugar to top the oatmeal off with. So the first thing that I'm going to do is mix all my dry ingredients together. So my oats, and then all of my spices are going to go in. And then my chopped walnuts. And then I'm going to stir all that together and set this aside. So you can't really see in here, but this is my coconut oil all melted. And to that, I'm going to add 2 eggs. My maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then I'm going to add in my almond milk. And whisk that all together. Now I'm gonna prepare my baking dish. This is just an 8x8, And I'm going to use this grapeseed oil spray. It's propellant free and the only ingredients in here is grapeseed oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my baking dish with this. And then I'm gonna put most of the berries except for about half a cup. I'm gonna put them all in the bottom of this baking dish and set this aside for just a second. Next, I am pouring the dry oat mixture over the berries. And then pouring my egg milk mixture over the top of the dry oats. And then just kind of wiggle everything to make sure that everything settles nicely. And then over the top, I'm just gonna sprinkle the remaining frozen berries. But to the top of this, I'm going to sprinkle just 2 tablespoons of sugar. This part is optional, but it does add a little bit of sweetness and crunch to the top. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of, I'm using coconut sugar for this. And then I am putting the baked oatmeal into the oven for about 45 minutes. So the next thing I'm gonna do is hard boil a dozen eggs. These are really nice to have on hand for breakfast or just snacks. If you're like hungry and you need a little like protein rich snack, they're awesome for that. So I'm just gonna hard boil a dozen of them and pop them in the fridge and have them for, like I said, breakfast, lunch, snacks, whatever. Just put a little salt and pepper on them, or you could add them to like a salad. Super easy and nice and convenient to have on hand. I'm gonna use my Instant Pot. If you guys have been following my channel, you guys know that we love our Instant Pot. We use it all the time. I've also made a couple of Instant Pot recipe videos, so if you guys haven't seen those, go check those out. But first what I'm gonna do is I have put this little rack on the bottom of my Instant Pot, and then to the pot I'm just gonna add a dozen eggs. So there are the eggs all tucked away nicely in there. And then to the eggs, I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of water. Then go ahead and put the Instant Pot lid on. Make sure the valve is set to seal. And then turn your Instant Pot to pressure cooker. Make sure it's on high heat. And then you're gonna pressure cook for 5 minutes. The timer just went off, so I'm going to let the pressure naturally release for about 5 minutes, and then after the 5 minutes I will quick release the pressure. So I've actually let them go for 6 minutes on natural pressure release. Whoops. But now I'm gonna go ahead and manually release the pressure. And then now that the eggs are all done, I'm going to just take them out of the Instant Pot and add them to some ice cold water until they're all cooled off. Okay, so I have a couple more things that I want to do before wrapping it up. The next thing that I'm going to do is make a Greek salad in a mason jar. They're super cute. Super easy to just grab one and you can shake it up and eat it on the go, or you could eat it in your house, whatever. It's just super easy and it tastes really good and it's cute. So let's make those now. Okay, so the first thing that I did was chop up all of my veggies. I have tomatoes, red onion, cucumber. Over here is some Kalamata olives that's gonna go in here, and then 1 can of chickpeas drained. And now I'm gonna make the dressing. So it's 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use olive oil, but I'm going to use avocado oil. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or balsamic vinegar. And then I think a tablespoon of honey. And then I'm also going to put a teaspoon of dried oregano in here and some salt and pepper. And then 2 garlic cloves. So I don't know how many mason jars this is gonna make up. I have 5 ready to go. I don't know. But I have all of my veggies prepped, dressing made. It's all ready in a little assembly line. So here is what I'm gonna do. I actually have the recipe on my phone, so I'm gonna read it to you. First, you put the dressing on the bottom, and then I'm gonna put tomatoes, purple onion, the cucumber, the garbanzo beans, and then feta cheese, and then lastly top it with olives.
Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. Oh, I've got you.
All right, I'm gonna whip up a hummus really quick, and the ingredients are a can of chickpeas, drained but reserve the liquid, 2 tablespoons of avocado oil or olive oil, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice, 3 to 4 tablespoons of the reserved liquid, a garlic clove, salt, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of cumin. Hummus is super easy to make. All I did was blend all of this together for between 2 and 4 minutes. You can just kind of eyeball it and tell when it's done, but it's super easy. And so this is just like a basic hummus, and now when we go to eat it, we can put like spices, oil, whatever, just to kind of make it a different flavor. But
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never.
this is everything that I meal prepped today. So let me walk you through all that we have, and let's start with breakfast. So for breakfast, Emmy and I would probably have this baked oatmeal, and I didn't have a container large enough to put it all in one, so I have it spread between 2 different containers, but it looks really good and I cannot wait to try it tomorrow. I did sneak a little piece tonight and it actually is really good. So there is breakfast for me and Emerson, and then Andrew can have these breakfast burritos. There's 4 in there. And then also we have some hard-boiled eggs here, and I'm probably tomorrow going to peel most of them so that and put them in a container like this. That way we can just like grab them and go. We don't have to stop and peel them and all that. So that's another breakfast option or snack. And then the last breakfast option is a perfect bar if we're like in a huge hurry and we really just need to get out the door and go. These are great. We have been eating these pretty frequently, a lot lately, but they're awesome. They have a lot of really good ingredients in them. They're super clean, lots of protein, and they taste really good. They don't taste like a protein bar or anything like that. It really just tastes like nut butter. And this one has chocolate chips. This one is the dark chocolate peanut butter. We also have the dark chocolate almond one, and then the almond butter. And then in this container, I also have just some of these little cutie oranges that we can grab and go for a snack, breakfast, whatever. So that is all breakfast options. And then for lunch, I made these little salads. They look so good. So these are really nice to have for lunches on the go, or just, you know, if we're gonna be home, just to grab one out of the fridge. You shake it up and then you can eat it. And then over here for a couple of dinners, we actually had this for dinner tonight. But this is just that ground turkey with taco seasoning, black beans and corn. And then this one down here is sweet potatoes, And then I set Emmy aside some for her. This is just ground turkey with no taco seasoning, and then some extra corn and black beans without taco seasoning for her as well. And then she can just have the sweet potatoes since there's nothing but salt and pepper on those. And then for some more snack options, I cut up some celery and carrots and bell pepper. And so we can just grab that out of this container and eat it with the hummus that I made. And then over in the fridge, I also have some apples in here. They're already washed, ready to go. And I like to eat these with peanut butter. So we can have that as a snack. And then we also have some more little bell peppers that we can have for a snack, and they would be really good dipped in that hummus. And then Emmy has some cheese sticks and some yogurts in there if she needs more snacks as well. So this is what the fridge looks like after I have put everything away and organized it. And it definitely feels good to open the fridge and see a lot of food ready to go, and already prepared. And I just cannot get over these little glass jars with the salads in them. I think that's just so cute. So we're gonna have a lot of fun eating this food this week. And like I said, it's just really nice to have a stocked fridge with ready to go foods. All right, so that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope that it was helpful and that maybe you got some ideas for meal prepping for yourselves, or if nothing else, you got some motivation to do it. I will have everything that I made today, all of the recipes, linked in the description box below, so you can go check those out if you want to make any of them yourself. Let me know if you guys like this type of video. I definitely had a good time filming it, and I would love to make more if you guys enjoyed this type of video, so let me know. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so already, and follow us on Instagram at allie_gooch to keep up with us there. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd.